Yo, what's up? It's your boy Shadow underscore Slayer 22, and today we're going to be doing something a bit more related to this channel. Now, if you don't know already, I've been running this channel like properly, uploading videos and whatnot, everything in between the here to and from for a while. And by a while, I mean like half a year, maybe a bit less, but a decent enough period of time. And I've been happy at some uploads. I've been unhappy about some, but overall it's been a nice hobby, and I wanted to pursue it more, and maybe get a little bit more out of it. I've probably addressed this in several videos talking about my channel itself. I think I might have done that in my November break video, but today I wanted to set almost a precedent and a standard for my channel and my forefront of a vision. Now I want to set a general precedent, so this should be like a taster for the upcoming year and a bit. So if you like this video specifically, then don't forget to leave a like, comment what you would like to see next from me, and subscribe. Early promo, yes, before all that audience retention drops. Anyway, so basically the general plan is that this style of video will become a semi-constant. It'll be here and there when I need to address something. Now this should be a huge channel shift. You may be like, well, why don't you do this as a community post? I think it's much less sincere to do so, in fairness, so that's why I do it as a video. Now, basically, this what will occur is that I will proceed to do essentially a general talk about the channel itself, the state it's in, serious stuff, or controversies, or anything I value as serious content. However, serious content isn't my passion. I prefer comedy and just pure gaming. So as a result, this shouldn't happen as the mainstay. This shouldn't be a constant thing of me addressing general channel situations. And this is almost like a stem off from the Quest for Stuff in Minecraft series, where it's goal oriented, but not in a specific item sense where I'm just focused on the general surroundings. Instead, I can just build a general narrative with this footage in the background and use this as I'm playing to ease my mind almost, rather than think up stupid built up thoughts and not get them to words. Now, I've been busy for the previous months, I would say. Basically, if you look at my channel update, especially if you're a new viewer, because this is probably who it will apply to as an appeal video, because ideally this gets more than just my 37 subscribers. But basically, if you look at my update thing, if you went back to specific dates, you would notice that I uploaded a huge bulk of videos in the time frame of what, August of 2022 to what, October, and then I dropped off in November because of I wanted to. And then in December I struggled to maintain because of editing software, other technical issues, personal stuff. It's Christmas, okay? There isn't nothing wrong about trying to celebrate Christmas. Now, any which way, I proceeded to ease off of the gas, so to say, and I haven't actually made an upload so far this entire January. Which luckily wasn't a New Year's resolution. Resolution? Yeah, resolution's the correct word. Where I haven't set up the precedent that I have to upload every day for this year, because that would suck. Simply put, when I upload daily videos, you get, well, when you upload daily videos of poor quality, which is what you tend to do when you're a hobby YouTuber, you upload poor quality videos because you literally don't have the time or facilities to develop anything better on a daily output basis. So it's almost a poor precedent to set. Now I enjoyed it because of I get to record what I want, and that's kind of what that was kind of the significance about it. I didn't have to put in an immense amount of effort. I could just upload any random garbage. And before I get remotely big as a channel, I think it's important to precedent that I don't think that should be, on this channel specifically, acceptable past 100 uploads. Maybe the next 7 or so might be garbage after this one, but at the very least the ones after there should get much better, otherwise I should just stop uploading and create a whole new channel. Because I have huge, not personal significance, I don't know, I have an attachment to this name, this branding, there we go. I want this branding, if I ever pursue YouTube, to be under the identity of Shadow_Slayer22. So yeah. But any which way, as I said, I've been busy. I've been busy over the previous stuff with real life things over the previous months, the previous however long, and of course they always take precedent over medial hobbies that have poor return in terms of motivational drive. It is fun, like, cause you just do what you want to do, but you record it. But obviously, some things you want to do are recordable, other bits aren't. I think I found that out the hard way when I just recorded some TNT run, which is cool in its own, but it doesn't have any target beyond just spiral rants. But it was a very fun series to record. I might starve in the desert here anyway, before I get sidetracked. So as I say, I'm planning to reduce my upload schedule as a result. I'm planning to change it to a monthly thing. I've uploaded, this will be my January video. My February one should come out before the end of February. And then it gets so much easier with that extra day every single month from February. Well, basically there'll be more days than there is in February, so February is a real time crunch. How am I ever going to upload a video in 28 days? No, impossible. It's impossible. I'll never manage it. I say that uploading, I say that recording this on the 17th. So about, what, midway through January? So I've given myself plenty of head start. So yeah, as I say, I'll upload to once a month. I won't make it so I can only upload once a month, because that's a bad idea if I've got a really good plan or idea to put into tuition. If I've got something I really like, there's no reason for me to restrict myself, really. Absolutely no reason. No reason at all. However, the issue does arise if I'm dropping below there, because then this channel is a lost cause, so to say. This channel with no uploads in a month is almost indefinitely a lost cause. I mean, I came back in December, I re-got some things. You giving the month break doesn't suffer horrendously this small, because there's only so far down you can go, and it's pretty easy to build yourself back up. But it's basically you gotta have some consistency if you ever want to cultivate a fan base. So once a month bare minimum, and that's the precedent I'll set. It's the precedent I've set for people who I've advised if they want to make content. I know that doesn't sound like a good idea, considering that I'm by far anything but a professional. But essentially, what I've said is the key thing to YouTube is to just upload a video, which is kind of true. I don't think that's particularly poor advice, but you need to upload a video to have any chance of being a YouTuber. Sure, you could obsess about the perfect video, but the overall thing is that if you find the perfect video and it doesn't get the views you want, it doesn't get the attention you think it deserves, well, you're just gonna be deflated and defeated. Whereas if you upload garbage like I did, then at the very least you'll be happy that you didn't tried to the point where you're gonna be depressed now. You're gonna be like, oh no, this is such a dreadful, sad thing. I'm gonna cry now. You never do that when you don't expect your content to be a phenomenally high standard. Of course, you want to set that precedent, which is why I'm doing it now. But it's definitely something I think every YouTuber needs to learn. You can't make the perfect video. There's two ways to overcome the slump if to become a content creator. You either avoid the slump being anything to your personal attachment to the hobby or the career itself. You just remove any form of attachment to it, or you take everything to heart and you fight as hard as you can, and it's just more suffering. And you know me, I hate suffering. That's why I choose to continue doing horrible medial things for minimal payoff. But any which way, so as a result with the monthly collabs, better quality videos. Now if you checked my last one, my last video uploaded, although not phenomenal, I've learned's not the correct word, I've started wanting to use alternative techniques within my overall videos. There might be some present in this one, it depends, because it's an overly simplistic one, so not a lot of editing is required for the general point. Maybe minor snippets for if I mess up my words, and maybe some just general effects to add emphasis to certain points. But overall, there isn't that much to it in terms of editing this type of video. But for my more focus driven ones, especially if I get a better overall vibe around me, I know that's a poor terminology, but if I enjoy the style of content I'm producing, be a lot better. And to produce good styles of content, you need to be able to edit your content. If you can only record, you may as well just stream. And I don't want to stream to 0 people, because that's that sounds even sadder than making YouTube videos, because you can't even gain viewers over time. You're just streaming to no one. It doesn't seem like a smart idea. So yeah. Where was I at? I think I've lost train of thought. Yeah, so anyway, with the better overall quality videos, there's more incentives for an audience to cultivate. There's more reasons for me to be somewhat happy in what I do with this. If what I'm producing is better, even if it is of a lesser quantity, because let's be honest, you get a bit of a thrill, or at least I do. I get a bit of a thrill for uploading a new video. If what could happen? Anything could happen. It could get big. It could do nothing. Man, the stakes. It's like gambling with no consequences. Okay. Apart from my own self-dignity, it really has very small negative implications towards it. Like producing better videos, especially for my shift, because I think I'm ready for it. I think I'm ready for starting to upload what I enjoy personally watching. I mean, I enjoy watching what I do, but that's because of you have to delude yourself to enjoy such bad content. You have to go, yeah, this is great, this is phenomenal. Yeah, no one can produce anything as good as this, when you 9 times out of 10 watch stuff that isn't your own things, because there's only so much of your own voice you can tolerate. So yeah, but so as a result, there should be also alternative styles of content coming out. I'm planning on doing some collabs. I think I identified that in my November break thing. I said I want to do some collabs, which still kind of remains true, because of I think collaborating is the funnest thing you can do as a YouTuber. Just having someone else there to carry the burden of dull airtime. It just sounds so fun. So I'm gonna aim for a collab some point this year. if possible, on this channel. It depends. Depends what I can get and cultivate. There's individuals I want to collab with, both on the YouTube scene and who I know personally. But the issue there is that the people I know personally only have so much facilities for making content, whereas the people who I wouldn't mind collabing as YouTubers would never collaborate with me as I currently stand. So it's a good basis to start from. Start with people who you know and they can tolerate your company, like in and around them. They can tolerate you being around, and then maybe go to the people you're like going to annoy. Speaking of annoyed, there is like zero whatsoever wood. How in the middle of a desert have I found like supplies to like do everything but a tree? I mean, I should have really minded the stuff from the boat. But yeah, so I digress. So, as a result, in terms of potential collabs, they may come out, they may not. And also, I've got like new video ideas to do, like later on in the year, so that should keep me up for the main thing. All I'm gonna say is Quest for Stuff in Minecraft will be less prevalent, obviously, because there was like a period in time when I did like uploaded them repeatedly for like days on end. But in fairness, they were easy to produce, fun, and I don't think they're the worst thing I've ever put on this channel. Now, other than that, there is also alternatives parts of Minecraft I wanna try and make content out. It depends, because there's only so well you can run certain mods. But essentially, I wanna try modded Minecraft again. I did some modded Minecraft, like for a very brief period of time. I did modded Minecraft. I did a little Pixelmon series and a like Sky Factory series, which, although very fun to record, very important in identifying what I want to produce, they're not phenomenal series. They don't have a specific agenda. I'm just playing the game with minimal commentary, which is cool if you like not interacting with the content creator on the video game that you'd rather just play yourself. So hopefully I can add more to the modded experience, the modded Minecraft experience, than what I have been. But like, in fairness, a lot of them are difficult to do. In terms of the agenda you set, it's so easy to like form a mod and have it there and then go for it. But like, the ideas focus too heavily on the mod, less of the content you can produce from it. So you're getting a real you get put between a rock and a hard place, essentially, because you have like zero remote chance of like finding anything within the mod that people don't probably already know. If they're interested in that mod, they probably already know that. But like, if you're going in blind, there's some enjoyment, but not from someone who's experienced, unless it's relatability. But there's only so much of that you can have when they figured it out 10 times faster and looked at the wiki for 10 years straight. So, I want to do modded Minecraft again. Yeah, I definitely do. But I think more significantly and majorly, I want to branch out a bit. One thing, if you've noticed, I've uploaded one video that isn't like tier lists or Minecraft really. I think I might have done another one. Oh yeah, I did the Halloween one, which was a very good video in terms of editing. It's probably the best, if not second best, edited video I've put out so far. But it's something. It's definitely something. But I wanna do. There's one video I've got which I think is a very good idea, especially for someone of my abilities, which is beating chess bots until like I cap off at a certain elo. So I just record me beating a bot at a set elo, of course without cheating, because of like I could beat a 3000 bot if I have a 3200 bot on a separate monitor or something. But this is a cool thing to see where I cap off in terms of it and how you may stack up to it, because a lot of people after lockdown or whatever, or just in the general time frame, have got interested in chess. So it's a cool thing to see, and if any of you worse than me, you can maybe get tips. I don't know, there's only so much I can explain that you can't just search up. And if you're better than me, then please don't bully me. Please don't bully me at how bad at chess I am. I'm good enough to beat like a solid, what, 20% of people maybe? And by 20% I mean like people who don't play chess whatsoever. I could be at least 1 in 5 of your everyday person. Yeah. So that's the video idea I've got. I really want to try out. I'll probably do that in March. Dependent. It won't take a while to record, but there's like a set style I want to go for it. That isn't just this dull, monotone monologuing. Still no wood. So as I say, there's the two areas I want to branch off into. As I said, collabs is definitely like top of my priorities. I want to do at least 1 if not 2 collabs with at least 1 person by the end of the year, which may sound like a very easy task. Trust me, it's not. I am not. I by no chance am trusting some random person with no remote status for a collab. They wonder, you're like, well, what do you mean by that? Shadow underscore Slay 22. The last thing I want to be doing is surfing around on Discords and servers looking for people to collaborate with if they have no like channel behind them of serious status or burning. You might be like, well, that seems very selfish or exploitative. It's not even a matter of clout. It is more simply because of I don't trust random strangers I meet on the I would ever meet on the I trust no random strangers I would ever meet on the internet. I would not trust them unless they had something behind them to add a little bit of reason for why I should believe what they say. That might sound like a bad thing. I think it's a sensible thing to think. Because if I meet a psychopath or a serial killer, someone who doesn't have my best interests, and every time they speak to me it's trying to get something from me, or just trying to endanger me, and just generally take advantage of whatever I do, that doesn't sound like a good idea. So that's why my ideal collabs aren't with random people, because I either want to know them, or like I want to collab with them because I like their content. I either have to view them as like an associate or a friend, which you can't really do if they're just someone who randomly uploads videos on YouTube. It's like it's the same reason why I wouldn't expect anyone larger than me to collaborate with me, because they don't know who I am. They don't know too much of my like style of character. They may be able to infer, but there's only so much you can infer. And it's not because they don't want to collab with me because I'm small. It's because they don't know you, and they're not gonna want to know you because there's like a decent chance that you're just lying. You're just putting on a mask. So like, as a result, I'm like, there's only so much I want to do with YouTube at the current state. I wanna make more of a step to like build a fan base. Going full time would be great, but it seems like a very dumb idea for where I am in life. It seems like a hideously stupid idea. So, as a result, I'm just gonna try cultivate people who like my content, because I enjoy posting, and I can't imagine anything's better from a creator perspective than being able to talk to someone who enjoys what you're making. Just as your artistic endeavor, someone who can appreciate what you do essentially from a creative perspective. Especially when you struggle with creativity a lot. I think it's even more satisfying to know that whatever creativity you put out was good. Was creatively good and expressive and covered all the categories necessary. So yeah. Anyways, in conclusion, YouTube plan still a go. However, less consistent uploads, which should be incentive for people who don't like getting spammed in their notifications. Incentives to subscribe, because you only get content that I think is good, which even if my standard is below yours, I think that it's a nice basis to have. So anyway, that ends this general talk video. I hope you enjoyed the update on the channel. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I think I've probably said that like 5 times now, but it's to add emphasis to it. Apologies for the repetition. The next one should be better put together than this, but this is what I'm going to do for now. I just thought I'd get it out there, because then I get to stick to an agenda. Yay, let's go. And yeah, so without further ado, bye. Outro. Probably a different one. Enjoy. Also check out these videos, bye.